Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we're going to talk about a little bit more of the corruption that's going on in just the world itself as we know it. Now, if you guys probably do or do not know, when it comes to stocks, when it comes to investments, when it comes to GameStop and especially, we've been seeing a really big insight of how corrupt, how kind of abused and manipulated the markets can go and be. And right now, we're getting a round two of this, which was kind of the big drama that happened a few years ago when GameStop went throughout its very first wave. And right now, today, we have seen loads of people, number one, getting stock restricted. The stock itself was removed off people. People couldn't actually go and buy stocks themselves. And at the same time, we're just seeing all of the corruption in the entire planet kind of coming up and showing up over here. It also did not even happen only on GameStop, but other very big, popular, like financial institutions such as Berkshire Hathaway. I said Hathaway. And when it comes to this, it's like we're seeing this. And the entire planet is kind of observing this, where we realize that this world is completely rigged against us, and no one really knows what's going on. Very big trading platforms may be missing stocks. Right now, accounts are being shut down. There's billions of dollars now being traded, and right now it seems like everything is going wrong that could go wrong. So, hi. Let's go talk about this. Let's go be sad about this. And I want to hear all of your comments throughout this entire video because things are going nuts. Make sure you guys are subscribed. We're live up on Twitch right now if you guys want to hang out there and chill. And, well, GameStop as a whole is going nuts. So first and foremost, we made a video earlier on today. I was looking at the pre-market. We saw GameStop absolutely flying. You can look at the 5-day trade-off over here. But before the market even went live, the stock went up 90%. We saw crazy numbers, crazy figures, and at that point, it was ridiculous. It was in the 40s, and it was a lot of money that was being traded, like billions of dollars being earned on the GameStop side. And some of the really big traders over here, like, they were making a lot of money. And a lot of people, like just general, normal people, were investing in this, hyping on this one, and then the whole day went to absolute, lack of a better term, shit. Now, today it still went up 21% throughout the past, 5 days, and the day itself still went up 21%, which is crazy. But if you kind of look at the very start of the market, right after I made a video, went up to 40%, the second it started trading. Pre-market hours were nutty. There was billions of dollars being traded back and forth, insane amounts. And then instantaneously, everything kind of just tapered off and went down and even ended the day with a even bigger crash down. Now, aftermarket, we are seeing a pretty big bump up, it's out to $30 on aftermarket itself, but everything that we're seeing right now is crazy. Because it just kind of shows in how horrible and how manipulated everything is. There's even a really big issue, too, as well for Berkshire Hathaway. I keep on saying it wrong. My apologies. But it's just one of the biggest companies on the entire planet, or it's just, Warren Buffett doing other investments. But one of the biggest things over here, if you guys look through, say, Financial Times or any other various big institution, is that there is huge, crazy Berkshire Hathaway glitches where the stock itself crashed down 99% in, just flash crash. Some people were saying they were lucky enough to actually have somehow bought it on the free market, which I have no idea if that's going to be honored or not, because the stock itself is a crazy stock. But it's just crazy. Everything about this and everything today has just been nutty. It just seems manipulated. It seems broken too. And this is rough. Look at this, trading glitch sends some shares on a wild ride. And it was not only on GameStop that was being shut down and taken offline, because there was many different institutions that were not even allowing people to go buy the stock. We're talking when you go on Robinhood, there was pop-ups and there was warnings and everything over here. Going, say, Robinhood halts, GameStop buys again. And people are just assuming at this point it is just market manipulation. Now, once again, there could be just huge influx of people using the apps and websites and trading and just a lot more extra traffic. But one of the bigger issues is that it seems very well-timed for the hedge funds and bigger companies. And this is the same exact situation that was ongoing with GameStop back in the day. Because remember one of the biggest runs up where GameStop was in the 300s, that was 2 days in a row where the stock was essentially unable to be bought or even sometimes unable to even be sold. And a lot of institutional investors were able to go and clamber down, drop the share price, ruin actual general consumer confidence. And at the end of the day, it's just a rough thing to see. Because we feel like all these big, Fidelity, eToro, Robinhood, seem like they're always into it. Now, it could just be a case of just massive traffic because this is going big and a lot of people are talking about it now, and especially with even more hype and $200 million buys in by just from normal guys that are not huge hedge fund managers. But it's crazy because as of right this second, everything seems corrupt. Everything seems broken, and everything seems like I just don't trust anything. You guys probably know me, I'm a pretty big Bitcoin guy. I like the idea of crypto. I like the idea of having like your own self-custody. I like the idea of having like a monetary policy that is not in regards to like a big government body or big already established hedge funds controlling it. No, like I'm not gonna see like everyone go buy Bitcoin or whatever, because at this point it has gone up a little bit. I think it'll go up more. But in terms of it being a deflationary currency, it's a smart idea. That's also not controlled by any like fiscal policies. And that's why I think some people are so invested into things like GameStop or all these other various meme stocks or whatever it might be, because it kind of gives a little bit of power back to the player. That was a very intentional comment, by the way, from the GameStop side. But it's crazy to go and see how manipulated everything seems to be. Seeing over here that the base, there was like a 95% spike earlier on today. We talked about it on video. You could even watch it beforehand. I made it live during the day. And ever since then, everything got rocked. And this was the pre-order stock. Let's see a screenshot of this. Basically, it flew up all the way up to $45. Look, right now, $28. Like, it's a huge, massive crash off. Now, granted, it's going up a little bit on aftermarkets. We'll have to see how the next few days kind of run off and do. But it looks like the potential is there. Flew up all the way to $48, and then obviously kind of tapered off too. And this is where things are going to get very interesting. Because if these big companies like the Robinhoods or Weebles or whoever company might be buying into this, if number one, they don't have enough stocks to go and cover this, that could be a huge financial issue. And that's why we're also even seeing some issues that eToro, a very big trading website, may not even have enough stocks to go and cover all of these elongated stocks that people are investing on into. And showing once again that the whole world seems like it's very corrupt. Now, I think a lot of us who are just normal people probably understand that there is a lot of corruption, favoritism, and obviously things that don't always play in the favor of the common man. But seeing a lot of this stuff happening again for like the fifth, sixth time, if you go even factor in other things like the AMC runs and other various meme companies, or the fact that this also happened at GameStop beforehand, and this is happening even before momentum is really starting. Like, this is crazy to go and see on how just everything is rough. Because like I said, people were literally halting trades. They had this, our 24-hour venue, Blue Ocean ATS, accepts trades in a range 20% above or below GME's reference price of $22.99. Orders out of that range may be rejected by the venue. Basically saying, hey man, like whatever, it may not get filled, even though the price at current points was over in the 40s for pre-market. And people were also saying your orders were being canceled. Robinhood already was blocking GameStop buys after hours. People were not able to go buy stock before hours, after hours, whatever. Like, things were getting destroyed. And this is, in my mind, crazy. Like, I'm not sure if they're just trying to go do this as a quote-unquote protection for normal day investors, or if they're just completely gaming the system. But at this point, I'd probably say more of part two, because they know that stock can go crazy. They know that big things can happen. And at the same time, I think most people, if they're investing, kind of know the risks of what's going on. Now, once again, if you guys want to get to this GameStop run for round two, please be very careful. Don't fall for FOMO. We don't know what's going to happen. This could already been the peak based on how we don't know the financial institutions and how much money they have or how much they don't. But it's really sad to go and see this, because a lot of people are saying this is a big redo. People are raising concerns about the platform's fairness, the transparency, and also market efficiency of everything as well. And a lot of these stocks are getting halted. A lot of these places are getting messed up, and a lot of institutional buyers usually do have separate portals and over-the-counter trades available in their own individual like managers for these big game companies that are holding their assets, so they can have individual sales. And that is also another one-to-one way that's completely screwing over retail. And this is after we hear the big news over here that there's been over $200 million of Roaring Kitty's investments into GameStop, where I think if all these calls and options are actually fulfilled, he's going to own like 7% of GameStop as a whole. So once again, pretty big portion of the company itself. And we just keep on seeing everything. Like the Berkshire Hathaway over here, horrible. Also, like how I said it, but like, it's horrible. It's sad to go and see this, because this company itself is a very, very expensive company. And this crashing down throughout like a 20-minute maybe glitch is still, once again, protecting those big boys and the old school boomers, whatever you guys want to go say and insult them on. But it's just kind of rough, because this big retail side is not getting any benefits. The big hedge funds and these big government bodies are really taking money away from the people. And now it's maybe a little bit of a crazy hot take or whatever as I'm talking about this one, but we see all this. We look at the price points and everything, like this is all technical issues still, but there's technical issues everywhere on GameStop, on Robinhood's trades and everything. And it just kind of goes to show that the world's a little bit messed up, and I don't like it, man. Like, I mean, I just want to hear your thoughts and comments on this one. It's crazy that we're having a repeat of this that happened a few years ago, because I do remember covering it. I want to hear your thoughts and comments and everything down below. We're going to be live up on Twitch. You guys want to say hi, link down below. Follow up the Twitter if you guys want to. Subscribe if you guys are new. And, of course, when it comes to GameStop, if you guys did dive into it, please be very careful. It's going to be very volatile and crazy, but maybe it'll be good at the end of the day. You never know. But I love you guys. Thank you guys for watching.